1. All right, guys. Today we have James from Exit Realty Achieve. James, how you doing?
Excellent. How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Doing good. Yeah, doing great. It's Friday the 13th on 2020, but this is a good day for an interview, as you were saying.
This might be the last interview you ever do.
Hopefully not. Oh man.
Honored.
How's your week been going?
Good, man. Busy. New agent stuff. Trying to learn everything. You know, it's overwhelming, but good week.
Yeah, and how long? You said you just became agent, right?
Yeah, a month. I'm a month in.
Oh, nice. That's fresh.
That's fresh. Man, it's crazy. Very fresh.
Yeah, how's it been? Like, what's that been like?
I've been calling Fsbo, man. I've been on 23 appointments. So I'm just like planting seeds. I'm not rushing nobody, not pushing nobody.
Yeah.
Just trying to like get the relationship going, you know?
Cool. And could you explain Fsbo?
Fsbo is a for sale by owner, somebody who wants to sell their house without an agent. And honestly, the way the market is now, they got a chance. But normally, it's not a good percentage. Normally, they wind up failing at that, and that's when we come in to help them.
Right. No, definitely. I've like recently YouTubed Fsbo and stuff, and a lot of people talk about sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. Like, it just depends on the person.
Yeah.
And what are you drinking, by the way?
I'm drinking coffee to answer your first question.
Hey-o,
I'm coffee or tea.
Nice.
You know, coffee guy.
Coffee. How many cups of coffee do you drink a day?
Probably like 4.
Nice.
Throughout the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool. How long have you been drinking coffee for?
I guess ever since I really knew about it, man. I can't remember. I'm trying to think back when I wasn't drinking coffee, so I can't. Long time.
You're like a toddler, and you're like
brown bottle.
So you're from where is it from? The New York area?
Yeah, I'm in New York.
Cool. And what part of New York?
I'm in Long Island. My office is in Smithtown, which is Suffolk County, but I grew up in Nassau County.
Cool. We'll pop that up on the screen so people can see. Sweet. So, just kind of like off topic, New York. Yesterday, I know you're having pizza. Where's your favorite place to get pizza in like the area?
I mean, it's hard when you live here. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of places. It depends on the slice you want. It depends on, you know what I mean? There's a lot of factors that weigh in there. But there's a place called, well, actually, I shouldn't even say that one. I grew up at this place called Mama Gina's, but also this place called Ancona, which if you're ever in New York, go to Ancona's Pizza, Rockaway Avenue, Valley Stream.
Okay, nice.
Shout out to Ancona.
Hey, good stuff.
Yeah.
5 stars on Yelp, guys. No. Oh man, what's your favorite type of food to eat? I'm
one of those guys that like I'll try everything, man. I'm a big seafood guy. But anything weird, I'm into it. Let's give it a shot. You know what I mean? I used to cook, so I sample a little bit of everything. So.
Oh no way! Where did you used to cook at?
A couple places. A place called Soleil in Oceanside. There's a place in Atlantic Beach called Beginnings, which is my favorite place to work at. If anybody's ever around this way, Atlantic Beach Beginnings. The entire place is like an old school library. The guy that runs the place, he's very much into film, so. They have like American Psycho Day where all the waitresses dress up in like clear raincoats full of blood. Wow. They have a lot of theme stuff, you know what I mean? There's always a great theme going on. I think Forrest Gump is the one that's coming up soon. So they designed the menu around the movie and you watch the movie while you're eating.
That's so cool.
It's mind-blowing. It'll change your life.
That is so cool. That's fun. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good date place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Solid date place. There we go.
Beginnings, it's called.
Beginnings, okay. Mm-hmm. So, what else should I say? In terms of, we're talking about the kitchen, cooking. If you could be a kitchen appliance, what would you be since you're a cook?
Wow. Yeah, that's the one I didn't really give a lot of thought. Let me think. I mean, I guess the deep fryer, because like everything's delicious that comes out of that thing, you know?
Good choice.
But I'd feel guilty every day of my life.
Yeah. Hey, you're just helping people out, man.
Right. That's it, bro. Yeah.
Oh man, what's your
Let me
favorite?
ask you a question. What made you think of that question? Where did that come from?
Oh, you know what? I can't remember. I think like we play some of these card games and they just have like random questions on it.
Okay.
That's
One of those.
fine. Oh no, I think this one we did it with an icebreaker for a team meeting where we googled it and was like, I was like, what the heck? I was like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Yeah, it is an interesting one. In terms of growing up and stuff, where are you originally from?
Valley Stream. That's like on the border of Queens, New York. It's the last town before Queens, so it was always very diverse, nice mix of everybody. A lot of kids in the street all the time. It was a good place to grow up.
Cool. Has it changed since since growing up?
Yeah, I mean, I ended up bartending in that area growing up, so I mean, everything changed. You know what I mean? For all of us, life was a lot cooler back in the day. You should just go in the woods. There was no cell phones. You would just go into town and whoever you bumped into, that's how your day would unfold. Now it's everybody's like, nah, I'm lining, I'm busy, I'm scrolling. It's not the same world, you know.
It is different for sure. How long did you bartend for?
17 years.
17 years, cool.
All over, on and on. I always had other jobs, but I would do that at night. And,
nice. We had a lot of people experience. All different.
Yeah. Too much.
I'm glad you got into real estate. That's like, it seems like a perfect fit.
Yeah, it feels good, man. I feel like I should have done this a while ago, but everything's in its right place, you know?
Right. Timing, like everything happens at the right time for the right reason.
I believe that.
Yeah. So how was your high school experience? Like, where did you go to high school?
It's good. I mean, it was good and bad. I went in Valley Stream. I went to South High School. I dropped out, and I wound up getting my GED and then going to college in Bethpage. But I was one of those guys, you know, I would go in the front door and leave out the side door. I wound up with those kids. And like you said, it's all for a reason. I learned a lot running around the streets. School wasn't really teaching me, you know, as much as you'd think. But I learned more from reading today. You know what I mean?
So, dude, I'm excited for you. Like, you're gonna do so well in real estate. I feel like.
It.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I got a great crew here, man. Everybody here is like, they push you forward, man. And like, I never seen. I interviewed 15 places before I found this.
Oh, awesome!
It's a real family.
Good. That's good. You did a lot of shopping then.
Yes.
That's solid. Well, a lot of people, whoever the first one is, they're like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah. I've seen that mistake happen, so I don't want to do that.
Exactly. Yeah. Totally. So in terms of personality, I take it you're more extroverted?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
but I have my moments where I just want to pull my head into the shell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think everybody needs that, though, the contrast, the balance.
Right.
But yeah, I'm definitely a people person. I say what I'm thinking most of the time. And yeah, it's just the way I feel right. I don't know. I guess maybe the bartending and cooking and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, totally. James, what are some of your passions or things that inspire you in life?
My kids, I got 2 little kids. I got a 9-year-old daughter named Scarlett and a 2-year-old son named Lucas. They definitely inspire me, obviously. Music, I've always been into music. I was in a bunch of bands growing up, and we make our own music. If anyone's bored, they can look it up on YouTube. It's Snotty Nose and Friends, SNOTTAYNOSE and Friends. Music, people, man, just people. Like, I feel like when I meet somebody, and that's why I like real estate, man. You connect with that person and you kind of take a part of who they are with you, you know, like it's how we evolve. It's like, it's the more you go out and you reach into people's minds and their hearts and you do these things together, you find yourself building this like armor or whatever you want to call it, this your outfit of who you are. And I think that for me, it's always improved the way I look at the world. The more I could see through other people's eyes, and it gives it more of a, you know, diverse looks, and I like that. So
yeah,
that's my passion: people and music.
That's cool. What kind of band was it, like, in terms of music?
I played drums my whole life, so it's been. But I listen to everything. I played drums for a reggae band. I played drums for the heaviest you could possibly imagine. Hip hop, everything, man. Whatever it is, whatever feels good. But a lot of heavy bands throughout the years, and I wound up in hip hop and just some strange stuff you can't really label, but
Yeah.
just vibing, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Great, heck yeah. Drummers are hard to come by, I feel like. There's a lot less. Well, at least at the church I go to, drummers are hard to come
At the church, don't they play the cajon there?
Yeah, they do the cajon. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot easier to find someone to do the cajon than the drums.
Yeah.
For some reason, we don't know why. Maybe it's just
easier to travel with too.
Oh, dude, yeah, the cajon's great. What do you call it? But have you been in a mosh pit?
Yeah, I think 22 years of my life was a mosh pit. Been in plenty of mosh pits.
That's awesome. Good stuff.
Yeah.
My friends and I would joke about during Corona season, or like we're still in it, but like going in a mosh pit, but it's like you can't, you know. Right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And the face shield. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
That would be something to do.
Oh, in terms of, how old are your kids?
9 and 2.
9 and 2, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. We'll throw a photo if you're cool with that. Of you.
Yeah. I'll send you some of my kids. I love their photos. They come out good.
Nice. Okay, cool. So your real estate journey, I know you just began, but like before starting, like how did that like lead up to where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna start real estate?
How to get into real estate?
Yeah.
Okay, it's pretty simple. I never thought about it ever. It was never a thing I considered I would do or paid attention to it. And then here's what happened. Okay, so I was bartending, doing and working in kitchens and all that stuff. I always wound up in some bad places. I went through a long history of addiction, just unmanageable life. So I had to get out of the bartending thing, and I landed this job with the city in a high school doing maintenance and janitor work, right? So I'm scrubbing toilets and I worked my ass off and I did everything I could possibly do. A lot of overtime the first couple weeks. And then I got my first check and I just like lost it a little bit. Like all the things I did. I was used to making decent money. I worked in Hell's Kitchen for 9 years in the union. So I saw that first check and I was like, there's gotta be something more. You know what I mean? I can't like survive like this and take care of kids and everything like that.
Yeah.
So I think I just we all have different sections in the school and my section was in the library. That was part of my section. So I just looked up like I need a better life or something. I forget what I wrote on YouTube. And it led me to Jim Rohn, who's a speaker. He's a public speaker. And guy's a genius. He just started talking about how don't wish things were easier, wish that you were better. And it's don't focus on the problems, focus on your skills, all this stuff. And I listen to people like Les Brown and all these people. I started just like this snowball of like hope. Like I know I'm capable of things, you know what I mean? But I always like so much stuff short. So that led me into this thing. I'm looking around this place and I'm in a library.
Yeah.
So all these people, what they have in common is they read constantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got all this information here, right here. Like, why would I scroll Instagram? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I started reading, and since January, I think I'm on my 79th book right now.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Just nonstop. Something happened. It's this constant like consistency of like trying to grow instead of just complaining about my situation and all that. So that's how I got into real estate. It said like the quickest way to become a millionaire or so, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But I started to watch these people and I love it. I love the social vibe. I love everything, man. I love the hope, the fact that I could possibly grow and my family won't always be crammed into a 1-bedroom. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude,
So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's an amazing story. Like straight up, like that's like a movie. like you just start reading and start like kind of like
yeah. I was like Goodwill Hunting. The janitor is just like solving equations and shit.
Yeah,
that was what happened.
Yeah,
basically.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Like, what's some top books that you've liked so far?
All right, this is a good subject here. Some great. I mean, Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill is one of the best. Everyone knows that one.
Yeah.
But there's The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Amazing. The Go Giver, about how.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
That's the way to think, man. Part of my why to do this is so I can. Everyone says I want to help people. That's great, and it really is. But like, I want to be like a philanthropist. I want to have so much that I could, like, I want my problems to be what am I donating this money to? I got to figure out a new place to donate. Those are the problems I want in my future.
Yeah.
So The Go Giver was good. Atomic Habits, great book.
Oh, that's such a good book.
You know what's up, right? So
yeah. Oh my gosh.
I love that book. I love Brian Tracy has a lot of great books like Eat That Frog and another really good one, The Neurology of Self-Discipline told me a lot because I came from like a real chaotic, impulsive life and I read that book twice because I was like, I need more of this. I need to like, do these little things to like line me up with like a purpose and intention,
Yeah.
So that was a good one too. I mean, the list goes on forever. So
yeah. Dude, I love that. Yeah, I recently read Atomic Habits last January.
Heavy.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh.
And a lot of these books, it's stuff you know already, but it's just to see the way it's written, then it's like, oh yeah, like
Right. It like reiterates it and lays it out, and you're like,
yes,
I need to like do these things.
Mm-hmm.
I heard this quote yesterday that said, a lot of people don't need a new course in their life. They need to learn how to make their bed in the morning. And and I was like, oh snap! Like that's good. That's good.
You said that a drill sergeant?
No, it was I'm totally forgetting his name, but he was like a marketer.
There's some great stuff out there, man.
Yeah.
What's great about reading is you get somebody's entire like life's work of collecting data, and they put it in this thing for you, and you get to get all that in 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you'll book it, and it's like this guy, like you got everything that this guy has to offer. You just now it's a part of you.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
No, it's amazing. Yeah, like so much time goes into creating that book, just so you can like have the and the information gets transferred like in such a efficient way.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's great. Helps with your focus too, I think. Reading.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So cool. Dude, I love that. That's great. What else? Nah, that's such a cool story. So, and then you just started. Like, where do you see yourself in 3 years in real estate?
I actually have a 3-year plan and a 5-year plan, and
let's go.
I don't have it in front of me, but I'll give you the basic gist of it. I want to. What I'm already doing is, I wound up in this great office where everybody's just like, let's go, let's do this. So I'm trying to hop on open houses with people and learn a little bit of everything. So within 3 years, I think I could start the investment side of things, start plugging into that, because that's where the real money's at. But I got to keep it in today and just focus on what I'm doing here now. I want to get like so thorough and skilled at what I'm doing that people can like really know that like they're safe with working with me.
Yeah.
So that's gonna take a lot of time. I study every night, but I have that. I want to be making like 275 to 350 within the next 3 years. I want to finish the album I'm working on. That's part of the 3-year plan, but I want to take my time on it and focus on this.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other stuff, man. But 2021, I'm starting a YouTube channel. With some people in the office. I'm gonna interview local businesses, a lot like what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Cool.
That was always a thing I wanted to do. And the 5-year plan is like the house, custom-made house, people working with me, for me, really shortening up getting my systems in place and having the pipeline always full, that kind of thing. But that's gonna, I got a lot to learn still.
That's awesome.
That's the dream.
Any traveling in there? And then
Oh, hell yeah, man. Yeah. Any chance I get. That's life right there.
Yeah. Where would you like to travel to?
Norway's in there.
Good choice.
There's so many places, man. I want to go to. There's so many places. Everywhere. I want to go everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the truth. I want to go everywhere. I've already done. Before I wound up coming into this, I traveled a lot in the States. I've been to every state, I think, except Texas.
Oh, really?
So I did a lot of that. I lived where you are for a little while. I lived in a few places. I lived in Arizona for a little while. I lived in Seattle for a little while. So I tried to hop around a little bit, but I was a kid, I was wild. But outside of the States, never been. So my list is very long of where I want to go.
Yeah. I'm curious, how did you skip Texas? Or like, how did...
No, right? I don't know, it just happened. My brother was living there too. My little brother's in the Air Force. He was stationed there too. I just never got there.
Okay, no, that's cool.
Never hung out.
I've only been to the airport, so kind of counts.
Yeah.
But not really.
Yeah.
It's like...
It counts.
Yeah, airport. Dallas or Houston, I forget. What do you call it? Okay, so... in terms of, and do you have any stories like from? I mean, you just started real estate, but any real estate stories yet?
Not really real estate stories, man. Just how I came to exit and.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you how I came to exit. Okay?
Yeah.
I wanted to be thorough because I knew, I wanted to, I interviewed all those places, like I said.
Yeah.
And. Everybody's got their pitch and they all sound right. So I wanted to, make sure it was the real deal. So I found the assistant broker here, Jeff. He was doing a little YouTube thing. So I called him up, and normally they sponsor people in, like they'll come pick you to work here. It's not like a normal place because they do it right here. But I talked to him a little bit. And he said, listen, why don't you come check it out? I came and checked it out. Everything fit. But what I did was right after that meeting, I went on the website and I looked for the first guy, because it's a lot of girls over here. Found the first guy, this guy Jeff Archer, and I met him for coffee. And I want to know if the pitch was bullshit. You know what I mean? I wanted to know if where I was is what they said, and he said exactly what the other Jeff said. So he said he loved talking about exit. And I get here, man, you can feel like that warmth right away. There's like excitement here. We just got voted the #2 place to work in all of Long Island.
Wow. That's
of
great.
all, that's not just of real estate, that's of every business.
Wow.
So that's not an accident.
Let's say something, yeah.
Yeah, Newsday just did that. They were here filming and stuff. But it's just like, man, there's so much left to do, and just the tip of the iceberg feels so good. I know I'm in the right place. When things are lined up,
yeah,
and it's like the only thing that can get in my way is myself, but everything else is on track to blow the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Love that. So in terms of where you are in your career, if I gave you a voucher for $10,000 and you either you use it or you lose it, and it's only to invest in your real estate career,
right,
business, what would you invest in?
Database and coaching. Those two things, because the reason I say that is because of all the reading I've done. That's what people say, that if they could go back in time, what would they tell themselves? It's always those two things.
Yeah.
So
I like that. I think that's a smart answer. You
got to listen to the pros, man.
Yeah. You got to learn from the best and absorb, take up as much knowledge as you can.
Yes.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's good to hear. It's refreshing to hear that. I'm like, yes. I've heard some wild answers out there. So,
I got bartending was more story. If you want a good bartending story.
Yes, please. Oh my gosh.
All right. So one time, I'm bartending. It's like a slow night. It's like a Tuesday night or something, 1 a.m, and someone comes in and they say, I guess they were using the bathroom where I wasn't looking, and they said there's a flood in the bathroom. So I look over by the door. It's flooding out. It's water pouring out. So I go to the door. I open the door. There's towels stuffed in the toilet. The he throws me up against the wall while his buddy's robbing the cash register.
Oh, what the heck?
It was a double team. One guy sets up the flood. The other guy comes with the cash register, right?
Right.
So I'm just like, no, man, take whatever you're going to take. You're going to take $11, take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he gets it, right? But while he's ripping the cash register out and running to the door, the guy puts his arm down and starts leaving. He runs into a biker friend of mine named Vinny, big guy. So he like, in a panic, the guy's looking back at me, he runs right into my friend Vinny, right? So Vinny just like obviously sees there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
He just like knocks the guy down and holds him. His friend hops over both of them to try to escape, runs right into the street, there's a car passing by.
Oh my gosh.
Like a movie, bro.
Wow.
All you hear is like, bah! So that's
insane.
That's the moral of the story is don't take advantage of the lonely bartender.
Right.
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah, crime does not pay. Oh my gosh.
As soon as he got out of the door.
Yeah.
Clear over the top of the car.
Dang. Was he all right? Or did he survive?
Yeah, he survived.
Okay, cool. But I mean, obviously got caught, you know.
Yeah.
Like, got to go to the I'm sure he went to the hospital, all that jazz.
It was an instant karma.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Dude, that'll shake you up. Like,
it's more exciting than the real estate stuff so far. I haven't got to that level yet.
Hopefully nothing like that happens in real estate. Oh man. No, real estate's probably a lot more calmer.
Yeah.
Like no 1 a.m. crazy stories. That is pretty cool story.
Yeah, it's a good quick one. You know?
That's awesome. So, hey, speaking of cars, if you had to like pick a car, like what's your favorite car to own?
I'm really into the Rolls Royce Ghost right now. I like that one a lot. Or the Wrath, the Rolls Royce Wrath. But,
haven't seen
but
that.
now I drive a 96 Altima that
Hey-o.
shakes when I make a left turn, and I actually have a nail in the tire for 2 weeks. I have to keep putting air in it.
Yeah.
And when I leave it overnight in the lot, it's flat again the next morning. So that's where I'm living right now. That's where I'm at. But
Yeah.
I won't even pull up. I can't even pull up to a client's house. I got to pull around the block.
Yeah.
But that's just for now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's temporary.
It's a beginning.
Yes. No, humble beginnings.
Yes.
And then, like, eventually you're going to be killing it. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive that car right into a lake. I swear to God, man. That's another why of mine. Can't wait to just drive it into a lake. It's gonna ghost ride that thing.
Just make sure to YouTube it when you do it. No, or film it. No.
That's why we connected here. That's that advice. I'm gonna use that. That could be my first episode.
Oh, dude. Oh my gosh.
The car sleeps with the fishes.
Awesome. Any other questions I didn't ask you that?
Yeah, turtle or giraffe?
Oh my gosh, yes. If you could be a turtle or giraffe, which one would you be?
All right, even Ninja Turtles aside, right? That's a given right there. You put that aside, turtle all day, all right? Turtle's got the shelter, okay?
Yep.
It's the birds aren't shitting all over it. You got, they live for like forever. I don't know how long giraffes live, but like there's no way you can be that big and live that long based on what I've seen.
Yeah, let me average.
Right? Turtles live forever, as far as I know.
They get old.
Conserve their energy. They're just rolling. They're just hanging out. They're not going to ever bother you or be that guy at the party that's annoying. They're just like there. You know what I mean? They win the race against rabbits. Like, come on.
Yeah.
A turtle is something to really like look up to if you break it down.
Yeah.
You know.
No.
So that's my answer for that. They
I
eat
like
good.
it. They do. They eat healthy.
Good diet.
They do. They don't eat pizza like Ninja Turtles. But
Right. Yeah.
That's only in the Ninja.
So that's my answer to that.
I like that.
That was a good question.
I like that a lot. I just looked it up. Giraffes live to about 26.
Come on. What?
Yeah. No.
Come on.
Yeah. Turtles, I think, is like 80 or something.
No contest. Yeah. They're in. I know some turtles that are like 107.
Yeah.
Those old players.
They've been around the block. Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple hundred times.
Yeah.
Right on. Oh, cool, James. It's been a pleasure being able to chat with you, getting to know you. We'll throw your information up again. If you guys need to contact James, here's his phone number, Facebook, Instagram, website, and email to reach you at. What's the best way to reach you?
Cell phone, 516-401-2150. Always here, always available.
Cool. Good
All right, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, likewise. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Later, man.